simply must have seen the answer with your own eyes.
Talking about he got a flamethrower and shit.
Right.
I was like, man, if you don't get this corny ass shit out of here,
I thought that
who
was a
the
little
fuck
excessive.
got a flamethrower in the fucking hood,
It
bro?
was in
Chill
the
out.
leg. Well, niggas got bazookas in Chicago.
That's
Bazookas, RPGs.
I have no retort to that.
This like a video. My nigga was flexing with playing Chief Keef with an AK and an RPG. It's
Can you
literally
picture
Chirac.
like what that would look like? Like
He had dreads.
Picture like a whole different like drive by going down. Like you see the
Boom, like
you see the.
I'm
car
not even
with
like
the
I'm
lights
like
off.
laughing about. He had a RPG.
I'm sorry, my man.
Like I'm in the video. I'm like, is
Do
this
you know
real?
what your last moments gotta be to see that missile coming down the street at you? Like you looking at it like the fuck?
The freak, because it was a video talking about like it was like one of them deep videos. It was like NPR guns, all that stuff. But they were like, yo, how is this getting here? You think this average everyday citizen just can get access to these places?
Yeah.
Where are these guns coming from? And of course,
is a
there's
good
obviously
question.
illegal activity going on, but it's like he had it was an RPG.
Mm-hmm.
It was on his shoulder with a
good
chopper.
question.
I'm like, what?
That's a good question, but I don't want the answers to that.
No,
question.
I don't know. I'm not. I'm just
The
saying.
answers to those questions might cost you something.
I'm
You
good.
know what I mean,
I'm good where I'm at.
I mean,
But because the dunk scene was one of your favorite scenes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we all know that throughout the original White Man Can't Jump.
Spoilers ahead for anybody who has not seen the original White Man Can't Jump. I
no,
apologize.
forget
I should
spoilers.
have put that in there
Yeah,
before.
that's your fault if you haven't seen it. We know that throughout the movie, Billy and Wesley aren't. What's Wesley's name in the movie?
Shit. It was something like one of those manly girl names. The fuck was his name? It's Billy and oh god, I gotta get on Google now.
Sydney.
There you go.
Sydney.
Yeah.
We know that Billy and Sydney aren't necessarily like friends. Like, it's just kind of like a business transactional friendship. So they have the part where they win the 5,000 in the one tournament, right? And then Billy, being the hothead, the always got the people wrong thing, does the I can dunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever.
They fucks it up.
Like I said, just an interesting scenario. Even if he lost the bet, would you at least give him some of the money? Would you at least give him like $1,500? You take.
If I was Sydney,
yeah. Would you at least give him? Because I just recently seen it. I was like, damn, I might at least gave him a stack or something.
nah.
A bet's a bet, and like I said, I know that they're not. They you know, and because technically Sydney does really screw him throughout the whole movie.
But he tried to stop
necessarily
him.
screw him.
He
I wanna hear your
tried
point.
to tell him no, like I'm not finna bet you about no fucking dunk, and he just wouldn't let it go. So he was, I guess, to that point, he was just like, "All right, motherfucker, if you really want to do this that bad, let's do this."
Right.
And then whatever, you know what I mean? Because before that, he's like, "Billy, let's just go home, man. Let's let this shit go."
Right. Like
It's not that deep.
it was
And he just
5,000
couldn't stop
total, right?
himself.
So they both got 2,500. Or was it 5,000 each?
I think it was 5,000 each. I was going to say because I think they had more than that. Because it was enough that Billy was going to take it to get out of some debt that he had,
Right.
and
The
he was
Stuckey
going to
brothers or
get
something
to move up.
He
or
was going to
something.
move his shorty out the.
Yeah. So I would have to rewatch it to remember the original amount. But
Either
I
way,
think
they
it was
both
more
walked
than
away
that.
with either 2,500 or both walked away with 5,000. I think it's 2,500. But either way, they both walked away with it. More of the story, I was like, I might have at least gave him a stack to take home because he know his situation. He know his shorty tripping on him. And I'm like, now mind you, I'm still walking away with the bulk of this. I'm not saying I had to give him like, I might have at least gave him 15. Either way, I still walk out of this with more than I intended to. You know what I'm saying?
I need it.
But I'll say this too. But I think another reason I felt that way too is because Billy didn't have to listen, but he also then cost him his shorty. Like Sidney kind of finessed him like twice. He didn't finesse him the first time. A bet's a bet. He didn't finesse him on there. But at the end, when it's like, yo, niggas robbed me. Now I got to go get more money to help my shorty get out the hood.
But that's
no one
not
knows what
my
Gloria.
fault.
That's the only thing I wished. The only reason I did wish there was some kind of reference to the open, because I would have loved to tell the story of, did Gloria stay or did she leave? You know what I mean? But they went their own way, and I love it. But
you know what they should have did? Not to cut you off. I'm sorry. You know what they should have did? They should have had one of them talk to the character that's supposed to be them again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though they're different characters, there's still parallels to the other character. So they should have had Billy come back and talk to I can't remember the name of Jack Harlow's character in that movie. Yeah.
Right.
But they should have had him come back and at least have a conversation about what happens. You know what I'm saying? That way, in the end, when Jack makes the alternate decision and gets his girl back, it feels a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Ooh.
And you know what happens to Billy or Sydney.
Like, don't do this.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Or I thought they were going to, or they could have been like, Gloria ended up staying, he got her back. But it's still its own movie in the fact that Jack is their kid. And Sydney is whatever, I don't know his name, I forget his name. Sydney's son could have been this Sydney, but they still go their own way. It doesn't have to be a repeat of their own movie. They could have had their own struggles. You know what I mean? They could have had their own situations. Because I think in this one, didn't his dad actually
die? Oh no, his dad didn't die.
He was training them to hoop or whatever.
Yeah, and then
it could have been its own thing. But they could have just kind of maybe tied that in. But I still love the fact that they went their own way. They didn't just recreate the same movie.
Thing.
It was definitely better than House Party X or whatever that was.
They did a good job. I didn't even watch that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I knew it wasn't gonna be good when I saw it.
It should have just been called Project X Black. Like, that's all that
you
was.
can't say that. That sounds completely left. I know that you're not a porn watcher, but there's something called Black.
Why is it got to be where your mind goes?
Because it's just, I guarantee
Project
you,
X is already
90% of people heard House Party or Project X Blacked, and it was like,
I said Black.
Yo,
you had to see. That's all right.
I'm just saying. That's just, I know where people's minds went. I'm just speaking for the other side. Right. I mean, we can't all be,
No, don't.
As upright.
I am unright. I'm a sinner saved by grace. Don't
yeah,
put
we
that
all
over
sinners,
here.
but some of us are, a little more on the up and up. That's all I'm saying. That's what you're saying. On the
fall
up
short
and
daily. I just try to get up and stand again and get better.
I feel you.
I have my 40-ounce bounce days though. God has been gracious.
Did we talk about they cloned Tyrone on here? Or did we talk about it in office? For those of you who don't know, we work together. We talked about it. So
we do work together. We get money together.
So
literally.
we like to do, once again, spoilers ahead for anybody who has not seen They Clone Tyrone. If you don't want to hear any spoilers, skip ahead.
Just keep hitting that 30-second thing. And
we chop this up anyway, so the clips just, this won't be for you if you're on YouTube. Anyway, just as another reminder, if you made it this far, if you're on YouTube, please hit subscribe, like, comment, share it, all that good stuff. And if you're on Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever you listen to podcasts too, give us the 5 stars, please.
Yes,
I just have to reiterate
apps,
that. Yes.
Before we get into this,
yes,
I didn't even know this. You can also donate to us if you choose. You know what I'm saying? This is a quick, very cyber moment.
I don't want to do the donations thing only because I just, it's hard out here, brother. We in a depression.
But this is what I'm saying. There truly are a lot of podcasts. There's tons of them. There's a lot of them. Mm-hmm. There's some filled with nonsense and just a bunch of alpha male egos or feminine nonsense. At the end of the day, what we really try to do is make you laugh, have some deep conversations, and literally make you think for yourself and to challenge how you think, whether it be sports, relationships, life, a million things, without going on a rant, because I want to get us into this next topic. We try to be different, so we really do want your support so that we can create and get into that world of all those junked up podcasts and be different for you and give you something different to listen to. So please support. All right,
that was well said. Yes. They clone Tyrone. Spoilers ahead. Just skip forward. Yep. Like I said, if you don't want them. Would you care to give your critiques first since we're on the topic of movies? That's just why I was there.
I thought it was great, actually. It was not at all what I was expecting from the trailers, which I think was a great surprise. Like, Because all I'm seeing is Jamie Foxx acting like a pimp and everything, but I love what unfolded.
Mm-hmm.
I love what unfolded. I love the meaning. I love the message.
Mm-hmm.
I love the ending.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really great movie.
So, I thought that it was really good as well. I kind of expected it to be what it was, only because I've seen Sorry to Bother You, and just from the trailers, it kind of looked like that. Sorry to Bother You is the movie with Lakeith Stanfield, where he's the telemarketer and he's using
Yes,
his
I
white
saw
voice.
that one. I keep forgetting the name of that one, but I
Yeah.
did see that one.
So I kind of expected it to be like that. I don't know if they're the same directors. I just kind of got the same vibe from the trailers, if that makes sense. I thought a lot of the references were funny. You know what I mean? Like when they had the white dude with the afro and like the long chops on and stuff.
Yeah,
Also, this is just, I don't know if you thought about this at all, but to me, it seemed like they kind of drawed inspiration from a lot of previous black movies. Cause like, I don't know if you thought this, but the scene where they're in the restaurant and they're eating the chicken and he's like, I ain't never see you laugh in my life, and everybody's cracking up dying. Immediately, my mind went to like Undercover Brother.
The General's fried chicken.
Yes, that's immediately where my mind.
You know what's funny?
Went,
I didn't think of the connection, but now I'm like, that's a good draw. That's a good comparison.
And then like,
it's the chicken.
This is another movie that's like one of those kind of exploitation. I don't know if anybody's seen Black Dynamite. But when they were doing like the chicken song, it also reminded me of like when they did the malt liquor for Black Dynamite.
Yeah. You talking about the one with Jaleel White?
Yeah.
Yep.
It just looked like they took inspirations from other movies that are similar to that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's also a very like powerful
standalone
movie in its own. So I really liked that ending, man. That ending was like peaceful. At first, I thought it was gonna have a fucked up ending. Because when they ran into the white dude,
right,
and he was saying, you know, you could just go back to living your regular lives. We could act like this didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And the dude was sitting there like, yeah, I'm gonna just do what I got. I was like, damn, they're gonna end this movie fucked up like that, huh?
Yeah.
People just gonna live their lives. But when they ended up going back and saving everybody and freeing the clones and shit, I was like, that's I like that. You know
I like the twist too.
At first, I didn't know why the movie was called They Clone Tyrone, because nobody was named Tyrone.
Right.
And then at the end, when dude's on the couch, they was like, hey, Tyrone, ain't that you, bruh?
Right.
And he started tricking out. I was like, oh, that's funny. I like the way they kind of brought that back all the way around. You know what I mean? So,
and it's
they
like
did a good job.
They want every town to have a Tyrone. You know what I mean?
Just by a different name. I like the way they did that. Everybody has the same. Every hood has the same figures.
Character, same. Yep.
They're just playing them out in different areas.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought that was cool. Darn good movie.
The only question that I have that makes that kind of inconsistent for me is if they're constantly cloning the same people, what happens in all the neighborhoods when they die? Because like, unless that's the first time they cloned them,
right,
or they started cloning people, kind of doesn't make sense if you've always had them here for like years. You know what I'm saying?
They won't know. They're all being cloned. They're all still.
Yeah, but the people who are alive in the neighborhood would know. Like, you don't think somebody would be like, hey, ain't that Tyrone? And why he looks so, like, young? Like, didn't that motherfucker just die not that long ago? He stay looking young. What's his secret? Nigga gotta be 80.
That's funny. That's funny.
That's just what I thought about.
I feel you. You know like, how is this nigga always only 20?
Yeah.
The only thing I thought was, like, y'all never thought to go in your mom's room?
I mean, unless it's just like you got to remember he's not thinking about like if he's ever seen his mom. He's not 20 years old though.
But they put their memories in him.
Yeah, but if he knows his mom, and your mom is just like, nah, I'm in here, I'm about to chill out. Like I feel like it's easy
damn day.
That's true.
You don't ever be like, yo, bring your mom.
Well, like my previous point, like we don't know how long they've been doing it for. You know what I'm saying? There's no real timetable. They're just showing you that. I get what you're saying, though. I agree.
Bring your hind parts on out that room.
I agree with you saying. I'm not disagreeing.
I feel you.
I'm just saying we don't know how long they've been doing it. You know what I'm saying?
There's a fish fry. Bring your behind on out that room.
You don't want the fish fry? Come on now.